Cool. Can be a little bit scary as Quinn is going to be locked away from by Rascal into the Gnar. Might give Gen G a little bit more laning power is going to be there, and it's going to take a lot of finesse out of Gen G to make this work. Of course they can, right? Especially with early leads, and they're going to go for this gank on the top side to see whether that's going to make it work out. Blind comes through. Khan going to get flashed on and has to flash away, but still is going to die. First blood going over to the gank, but at that point, you know, you try and get out of there before any of that. Oh, sorry. Of course, Kang's the one that's going to be ganking him, so he's going to be fine there. No CC to worry about.
Yep. Life here can actually jump over this wall and respect this, but they're not.
Whoa. Grand entrance interrupted beautifully there by Beryl, as now they're looking to try and turn it around. Showmaker flashes forward with the shockwave, doesn't quite get it the way he wants to as the orbs fly forward, and the Orianna's taken down. A double kill now for BDD, who's getting his vengeance on the map right now. Not against Chovy, of course, but thankfully finding
here, you know, which is really, really nice for Gen G. A nice start, and it's the perfect kind of Drake you want to actually. This is only 2 down, in fact, at this stage.
Ooh, Khan has to hop to get himself out of the way. Oh, the blind is going to miss, but Khan looks like he's still dead. Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions as Rascal grabs himself another solo kill. I think that's 10. You're gonna see like frontline Lilia.
I mean, it could work. It's certainly something that you and I have talked about in the past. It does make her hit pretty hard, too, with her auto, which is kind of funny as Showmaker.
Oh, dear. Ulti comes down, flash forward from Rascal as the shockwave can't even go off. And Rascal's just getting out of control. Like, this is exactly what had to happen for Gen G, and everything that they needed to happen has happened.
Yeah, it's like the prophecy has come true.
Yeah.
What they prophesize in draft, and like, this is the one player you can't lose if you're going to contest Drake. The one player you can't lose, the one player who's going to set up your team fight for you, and he's just way out of position, doesn't have any vision, he's trying to rejoin his...
Oh no, the boomerang didn't even land there as Rascal, he's going to land the blind, but that's going to be a beautiful crunch, and goodbye, my friend, on the top side. That's huge for Khan.
Well, definitely really messing that one up, sadly, I have to say.
Didn't really have to flash. There is in we go. We're going to be able to take down Life here on the bottom side.
They survived this. Like, Canyon, I don't think Rascal even knew he was here. He's going to die.
And
then what happens to Khan?
Okay, Khan actually going to move on in here as Canyon bounces away. Not actually far enough is now Khan. He's being baited in, has to flash. Void Seeker going to miss, but Khan is going to escape with his life.
Snowballing, and this is the worst time ever for this to happen. I actually like Damwon controlling this Baron, though.
Yeah, Life actually going down to about half health, but does make his way out of there. As now Beryl taking a lot of damage from Ruler. Ruler avoiding the majority of what's going on here as Rascal looking for the blind, but doesn't find it. And the grand exit there from Life to get him out to safety, but they do deter Damwon Kia from taking this Baron at 23.5 minutes, and I feel like they're starting to wake up on the side of Damwon Kia. This Cloud Drake, sorry, will get Gen G to soul point, but it is a Cloud Soul, of course.
Yeah. I actually really like that Damwon Kia knew that taking the Drake fight was unrealistic. They had a group up and vision control around the Baron, or at least they were trying to wrestle that away. And trying to force a fight on their terms, trying to force Gen G to rotate into them. Because I think that is the way that they win these team fights, right? And with Gen G delaying that and then eventually stopping it, it doesn't work out, but at least the game starts. I feel like Gen G are just going to run away with this as Rascal once again. Looking for Khan.
Yeah, he picks up his boomerang as now he's trying to jump after Rascal, doing a fair bit of work, but gets blinded in the end. Showmaker looking for him. There's the Killer Instinct. Nails the Void Seeker. And that is the kill onto the Quinn. But it is a collapse of 3 people towards the...
Scared of Rascal alone on the side lane. They're actually making big commitments to Canyon.
Whoa, that's a pole flash as the shockwave comes through as well. They just eviscerate the Xayah before she can even ult. Sleep comes down, lands onto a couple. The Unbreakable Will is going to be there. Beryl looking for that Pulverize. Doesn't quite find the good positioning as Canyon gets that flash in right before the orb was going to take him out as Rascal. Now looking to collapse and grab these low health members. Blind comes down. Canyon throwing spears.
They're slightly vulnerable, especially while Gen G is hovering on the choke, but they get forced away. Rascal on the flank.
This could be game over if this actually is a teamfight win for Damwon Kia, because there are minions on Nexus turrets right now. There's a flash in, the 4-man Pulverize from Beryl. His Alistair's always so good. They wipe the floor with the Lilia. Now Life trying to get Showmaker here as Canyon gets a big old shield from the Command Protect. Rascal just flashes on over and grabs that kill, but Kaiser's going to fall down. A bit of gameplay has struck him in the face. As now Gen G, they're scattered, they're trying to run, and Rule is
so much time. He has his Zonias available, he goes golden, And everything is just going to pieces now for Gen G
Wow.
as BDD falls.
That was 100% going to start it off first at the moment. It is controlled by Damwon Kia. Good stun comes out from BDD, though. He throws down the ulti, and he is so strong. BDD is huge right now. And Void Staff doing a whole lot of work, but in the end, Ghost is going to win the 1v1 against the Quinn. Precisely not what you want if you're a Gen G fan. That's going to even the playing field as now the Shockwave onto 2 members. Featherstorm now on cooldown, but that's a very dead cow, and Ruler keeps himself safe.
Yeah, this was actually a bit sloppy, I feel, on the side of Damwon Kia here. You know, they are able to trade that kill back onto Rascal, but at the same time, it's kind of walking Ghost as who's flanking whom. Baron control to Damwon Kia after that vision sweep that they had.
Imagine if that bowling ball had have stole the Baron. Everyone. He's got 6 items, one of them being a Lord Dominic's Regard, which is going to be very necessary against Khan, who's got himself a Thornmail. That Drake was there, and then it wasn't. As Canyon going to get stunned up by BDD. That flashed
the game. Like, if you end up getting wiped, it's over.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Both of these teams have to respect each other so much. And because we're 6 Drakes in, we're going to get the maximum 7 probably. Oh, hold that thought.
Yep, Canyon actually getting turned on. Does have the Commander protect as in goes Ghost and just pops Rascal once again. It's another solo kill. Exactly. Now, look at the Flawless, pretty tanky right here as the Void Seeker does not find them. Full information given over to Damwon Kia, and Canyon's going to try and make this a 50-50. They just burst it down, though. Flawless, quick on the trigger finger as Life gets himself out of there, and Gen G steal it away. Khan trying to get through there with the boulder toss, but Gen G have just, it's highway robbery.
Yeah. I mean, that was a really nice moment for Gen G. And this is a game of inches right now, centimeters if, you know, you're in the part of the world that actually, you know, the majority of the world that actually uses the proper
metric system. Yeah.
But this is a game of small advantages, and all it took was a minion wave advantage and vision clear for Gen G to say, you know what, we're actually just gonna, we have better positioning on the streak, and we have all of our items completed, and we have a comp that has no frontline but has insane damage output. We're gonna take the Baron. And Damwon Kia just didn't respond quickly enough. Now they have Baron buff for this really incredible fight. And what it looked like an impossible comeback for Gen G, it feels very doable now. As long as Ruler doesn't get picked here on the edge.
Yep, Ghost actually dashing on forward. Oh my god, the explosion of damage. Ghost is going, no, very close to falling down. I thought the gameplay button was going to do it, but Flawless jumps over and picks off the Kai'Sa. The Rakan's going to fall down, and there's the Xayah as well, as this fight is so much closer. Beryl going to be taken down by BDD, and now Khan's going to suffer the same fate. Canyon running for the hills, and it felt like Damwon had control, but then Gen G get the pick off, and Ghost is going to be kicking himself. Canyon, can he get in there? And he does! Takes down Rascal. 2 versus 1 now. Can Canyon actually save this as he's looking to try and get into the base? But no, he's not going to be able to.
Inhibitor. He has to back. He has to back. He has to try to slow this down. He has very little damage output against Baron minions that are coming down this base by himself. I mean, there's not much he could do, but he can't waste any time. He has to do anything. He has to hit any spears he can to try to stop this game from going down, but it just feels like it's too little too late. Yeah.
There are way too many minions. He can't actually stop them from crashing onto these Nexus turrets. BDD does way too much damage. Canyon knows that it's all over. Oh my goodness, stolen out of the jaws of defeat. They held on to the early game so well, did Gen G, but it felt like the comp wasn't necessarily going to be able to get them across the line. It doesn't matter though, because in the end, it's a skill check and Gen G come out on top.
Skill check, a great way to play.
Which literally has a wall in the comp. Thankfully, Damwon Kia, they can build their own. And let's just see whether their style of play is...
In a lot of these fights over objectives is just going to be to have a really nice ult setup. It's going to work well with the Scion. There's so much CC actually for Gen G, it's insane. Speaking of which,
Beryl got booped.
Yeah.
The horse getting slapped on the behind just a little bit there.
Take this away, I think. I don't think you can fight for this.
Oh, BDD gets the flash out of Canyon. That was fantastically played, but Threat and Volley's still going to do a fair bit of work as Beryl goes for the engage, but he gets completely interrupted. Life now trying to run out of this one. A 4-man no to the wall as Rascal finds a 4-man wallop afterwards, gets congratulated with that first blood, and Gen G limp away. The zombie Scion not able to catch up to Khan right here as the stuns come. Now Damwon Kia should be able to grab their Mountain Drake.
Can we grab that one? Drake for a Drake here. terms of the control in this early game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Once again, Crashdown comes in. Yeah, live. See whether he can taxi to get himself out of the way. That face breaker was really cool. But I don't know whether you necessarily want to be...
You know, it's very deep, but I'm really just trying to get back to the action. I love those kinds of episodes, but I know it's not for everybody.
Yeah, we're definitely charging a Spirit Bomb right now, off to the side. As Rascal takes a bit of a paddle star there, and it is going to be Damwon here that just collect themselves. Facebreaker, flash out from Showmaker. That's good. Still going to be a flash for flash, and the Ignite now down for life as well. Exactly the hugest deal is, oh dear. Shifting Sands comes in. That's a beautiful Magnet Storm as Beryl takes control of the fight, gets out in the nick of time as well as now life. He's going to try and break some faces, but he's going to die for it as Canyon picks up the kill, and now Rascal's in trouble. Showmaker finds the bubble as well, as you can see the ward right in position. Goodbye, my friend. That is a dead Scion. The zombie not going to be able to do anything either from over the wall. It's Flawless. He runs really fast, but that's not helping them in this fight at all. As the boulder comes forward, Ruler trying to stand his ground, and another beautiful Gnar into the wall. The Empress Divide's decent, but it's not going to save BDD. And Genji, they're just falling way too far behind now.
Yeah, remember when I said I trusted this composition for Genji? I've lost my faith.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Baron easily. You know, I'm still missing the understanding of how this Scion,
If he's just ulting
in live.
Yep. Well, and truly completed. And yeah, the Scion works if you can use him as follow-up engage, right? Like you just drive a train into the middle of a fight, you know, set up for a huge Emperor's Divide coming out from BDD. But if he's just ulting one singular Rel who'd already done her job completely, then you're not getting any value whatsoever, right? And he's just a little bit too far behind at this point in the game. 0, 2, and 0. Of course, like, we are 2 turrets away, 2 turrets and a dragon away from a perfect game here for Damwon Kia, who have themselves the Cloud Soul. They're looking to now break open the base. This is looking very decisive, and this is the beauty of Talia as well, because you can just guarantee that these sieges work out in your favor.
Yeah.
There's Khan with a big old Naba. Looking to try and get in here, and they should be able to take 2 inhibitor turrets. And Khan's just playing frontline really beautifully right now. He's looking so threatening as there's the train, but it's once again lands only onto one. There's the showstopper though, as he gets thrown out, and I think they're just a little bit too far behind. Rascal goes golden, but he's going to die afterwards. And there it is. It's a double kill for Ghost, as now Flawless is being hunted down. Khan looking to try and get back to his team now. They don't really mind about what the Udyr is doing because he's done basically nothing this game. As they'll take down this inhibitor. The top lane one is also open, free and available. Damwon Kia will... Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just take down these Nexus turrets. They're done with this game. 30 minutes is well and truly enough time. As Showmaker goes golden, back to his portal as well. As Flawless is here, but Ruler's off to the side. You can see Khan just hops on top of him. The Crashdown gonna be avoided, but you can't avoid the Acathian Rain. That one's targeted. As the Emperor's Divide does not find them, that's a really high-value stopwatch. As Canyon is gonna burn to death, and it's another double kill for the Zyre. I think that might be an unofficial quadra. As the Nexus is now exposed, Flawless is still here. But he's just still not doing anything at all. And the Nexus falls down as he's running in circles.
Yeah, is he there? He's gone. The Nexus is gone, rather. He's pushed away, and this was a very aggressive style of draft on the side of Genji, and it just simply did not work. You could feel the relief on the faces of the Damwon Kia players who were able to storm this game. Of a wet noodle fight in the top lane.
That's fine, though.
Too much damage there, but yeah, I like that. I like these slow games where you don't
in his jungle, as it's going to be the blue buff that's going to be spawning next for him, but you can see Flawless already a whole host of vision on that side of the map, and this might
control over this map. They're down on gold, but they keep getting these skirmishes in their favor. You know, Flawless had to use his Ragnarok a second time. He's pushed away this time. Still doesn't have flash. Just going to be some more noodles swinging around.
Certainly is. This is
okay, this time
kind of
Canyon's
like
coming,
your
though.
YouTube channel, as we've got Canyon coming in here to try and prove us wrong. As Rascal gets a good double boop with his belly. And now BDD looking to try and lock down this Udyr, but not able to get too much. They will be able to lock him down in the end. But avoiding that cask was actually quite amusing. Canyon's going to bite off more than he can chew, though.
To, you know, free up this lane quite a bit, force Canyon to be down here. He's going to commit in, teleport as well.
Chilling Smite comes through, as that's a fantastic ulti out of Beryl as well, but Blade Call is good from Ruler, flash out from life, but he's still going to die. Canyon picks up the kill somehow. As now Khan, oh, Shockwave very close to interrupting him. Not able to actually get too much else done there as the Victor takes down the Xayah. The bottom lane's now taken care of as Flawless in a whole host of trouble. He's going to be dead. Showmaker gets a double. And now Khan's just eating some honey fruit. The Olaf for now. We've got Shirley coming down, B2D, looking to try and take down that turret. Does sacrifice a bit of his health bar, but now we've got Damwon here as well, putting the pressure on. Supercharger forward, actually, from Ghost. As he looks to just make sure that they can't get there and defend. It's going to be a double charge. The ulti comes in. Canyon just from behind the turret, the bottom lane evaporates. And now Rascal now has to get underneath his inhibitor turret. Shirley going for the triple. He's going to need a head massage after this one as Canyon, yeah, they're looking to try and take this inhibitor. It's pretty early to get rid of this, as maybe they're going to back away, but no, that's the quadra charge. Shirley getting the ultra value as Gen G just looking in shambles after that.
Yeah, and now Damwon Kia are really pushing the tempo of this game to the next level, right? Canyon looking for crazy flanks, and I feel like Gen G actually need to respect their positioning here on the map. Showmaker actually getting left behind, has to flash.
Yeah, Grand Entrance not actually going to land as the Death Ray's doing a lot of work here. He gets bonked back with the cast, but still going to be a 1-for-1 as now Gen G have to get out of there. Rascal's going to be slowed down. He's now into the Baron pit, which is not where he wants to be. They do get vision of him as he's coming back around. Khan should be there. Canyon, in the meantime, is just trying to boot people with his bear form as much as possible. Gives him a big old thumbs up, and that is going to be Ghost grabbing another kill towards the top side.
Yeah. When teams use her, it has been very successful so far, especially by Lehens. We were talking about that earlier. He kind of pioneered it here in Korea. Look at this angle for Khan.
Yeah, on comes in. They get the knock up under Ruler. The flash in from Canyon. Featherstorm isn't going to save you now. As into the backline goes Ghost. The Grand Entrance is fantastic. Is the ulti out once again? He gets the double kill off the back end. And my God, the healing is repugnant out of this Seraphine. As yeah, you might be tanky, Rascal, but it just means that it's going to take a while longer to kill you, and you're not going to be able to stop this Drake from going down. Gravity field from over the wall as Life is looking to try and go back. They do secure the Drake, and it looks like Gragas will be left alive for now.
Yeah, this is total control of this game now to Damwon Kia. They have so many ways to lock down Gen G when they're trying to chase, when they're trying to approach, when they're trying to fight over these objectives. There's so much CC, they even are able to turn that fight with a really nice ultimate coming out from the Seraphine in this case. As look, Khan has the setup here with the Ornn Horn. That's what Ornn is so great at. It's long range engage around objective. You see Ghost comes in, he's charmed, but look at Barrow with the follow-up, saves Ghost. He's able to get out, and there's so much healing coming out from the Moonstone Renewal.
It's a decent body slam, but of course you're never going to create enough distance. As Khan, yeah, he's moving on over. This is going to take a long time, ladies and gentlemen, so probably cue the Benny Hill music, but no, Ghost is going to come in. Rascal says goodbye. And now he's still trying to get out of here. Ghost is going to catch up in the end. Supercharger going to give him that movement speed. And so it's just a way too longer lane for good old Gragas to survive in. Certainly did take his sweet time. Still.
The composition for Damwon Kia, it just feels too big to fail at this point. They have so many ways to set up fights. And every single time they push in onto turrets like this, they're pushing lanes in. If you try to respond as Gen G, you're walking into jungle choke points, you're walking into choke points towards the Drake pit. You're just asking to get totally clobbered by the CC, speaking of which.
Yeah, well, Ram doesn't find too much off the back end, but it's still going to create enough space in order to take down this second inhibitor turret here for Damwon Kia. Canyon, you can see, just being a bit of a bodyguard, running around in circles, doing what Udyr loves to do, pressing as many buttons as possible. And now Khan, he's real tanky, about 3,000 health. And he's just going to stand in front of these guys. Yeah, it's just looking like there's no options.
He's threatening them so much on the side. And when Rascal starts to challenge him, he just stuns him and walks away.
Yeah.
So hard to engage here if you're Gen G. You can't. You have to play it slow, but you can't play it slow because there are minions killing your inhibitors. Second inhibitor going to go down here. And Gen G, they have to be decisive here. Maybe a cask engage on the Khan.
Yeah, the Khan just going to series charge, gets himself out of the way. And look at the amount he is just gigantic. And this is what the Udyr is supposed to do. You know, he's supposed to walk around with reckless abandon. It's like Mundo 2.0. Although Mundo did get a buff on this patch, so theoretically he could be his own Mundo. As Canyon's just going to walk past the turret. As is expected, we've zoomed out to check in to see where Rascal's going to be trying to teleport. He is looking to try and get in. This is a last-ditch effort, but I think this turret is going down before he even gets here as he's lumbering over as fast as he can. The on-horn from Khan is too strong, gets the knock-up into the backline as Ruler has to ult very early. And unfortunately, Canyon just gets behind him. The feathers do absolutely nothing. And the fight's breaking out on multiple fronts. Life goes in, but then notices that his team's just not there. They're trying to deal with this gigantic on, flashing on forward, gets the headbutt to lock down the kill onto BDD, and now Canyon is still just bopping onto Rascal, running around, doing the best that he can. In the meantime, this Nexus is going down, and there's nothing that this Gragas can do about it. Yeah, he wants to go back to scubaing, I have a feeling, as we've got teleports coming forward, and we're just playing with him for now as he flashes over the wall. Death rays come in, but unfortunately the Nexus does not last long enough to see the end of the Gragas. And our world champions do manage to lock down the series.